When we look to society today, it makes us kind of wonder, where is the influence of mothers today? Where is the influence of mothers today? Do the mothers have any influence anymore in their family? In their homes? Years ago, I remember they used to play games. You know, and has mom and dad ever did this to you before, where you ask mom and mom says, go ask dad? And you ask dad and he says, go ask mom? And you get to mom and she says, go ask dad. He said, I did. And he said, ask you. He said, well, go back and ask him. And it's like you're making that trip back and forth I don't know how many times. Finally, they both know what they're going to say, so why couldn't one of them say it to begin with? They just want you going back and forth. Has that ever happened to you? Kind of thought so. I can't understand for the life of me how young people today could go around wearing their pants below their waist, wearing pajamas all day long, getting all kinds of body piercings, talking all manner of filth and disrespect, and have total disregard for all people around them and for their families and their mom and dads. Not all the time, but most of the time. This is nothing more than lack of good home training, good home bringing up. Now, granted, I mean, there are people out there who did everything they could to bring up their children in the fear of God, and the kids just went out their separate ways anyhow, of no fault of the parents, because some people are just going to try it no matter what. But for the most part, we see in our society today, there's no God-fearing anymore. Kids are not brought up in the fear of God anymore. In fact, kids are running the household. And they want to know what the problem is. Well, I'll tell you what the problem is. This was taking out of the households. Prayer was taken out of the households. You know, it's a proven fact, church. When you go back and you look 15, 20 years, 25 years ago, and even further, we didn't have the problems we have today. The biggest thing we had was chewing gum. The kids were skipping school and this and that and the other thing. But it wasn't until one woman, Madeleine O'Hara, was able to take prayer out of schools, the Bible was taken out, and everything started going down after that. And people don't understand why the world is what it is today. Well, if they would have listened to good advice back then, we probably wouldn't be in the spot we're in today. Amen? But we've also seen from time to time a parent, especially a mother, pleading with her child to behave. And as we all know, that child would not even consider what his parents were saying, because they didn't give him any respect in the house. So why would they give him any respect in the stores? See, moms have a lot of influence. Moms have a lot of power. Moms have a lot of wisdom. And I know that because years ago when I was a little child, I went in a store, and I was old enough, I think I was about 8 or 9 years old, and there was something in the store that I wanted. And because I was the only child, my mother gave me everything I ever wanted. She always did. She worked very hard to give me what I had. But how many know sometimes we like to throw fits? And I threw a fit one day in the store because Mom didn't buy me what I wanted. I got down on the ground. I started kicking the ground with my feet and started turning around in circles and all this stuff. My mom just came over there and she says, "Get up before I beat you." And I kept on going around in circles and my feet on the floor. Finally, she came over there and she grabbed me by the shoulder and she picked me up. Wow! This other lady come running over to my defense. "Excuse me, ma'am, but what are you doing with that child? You can't spank him like that." My mother turned around and looked at her and said, "That's my child. I'll spank him any way I want, and if you want to interfere, I'll get you too." But you want to know something? I never did that again. Never did it again. Because I knew that my mom would take care of that if I did. And then we see that today's society, we see it today as more than ever, that mothers don't get the respect they need. Mothers don't get the honor they need. Mothers do a lot. And when I started thinking about it, I said, man, I got to give all the moms in this world props for what they do. I mean, not only giving birth, I mean, that in itself, if I had to give birth, I'd be the only one on earth. That's a painful ordeal. But today is Mother's Day, and I believe we ought to give all of our moms props for what they do, for what they've done. And so today, I want to say once again, Happy Mother's Day to everyone. And remember, Jesus was God. He was God in the flesh. And he listened to his mother. And if he did that, so should we. Amen? I mean, a lot of times we don't see our mothers maybe only once a year, twice a year. Some of us may never see our mothers for the sake of we can't get where they're at and they can't get where we're at. And some of us have lost our mothers. But mothers always left a good legacy. I always remember what Mom used to say. I always remember what Mom used to do. It's always Mom. It's always Mom. Mom. Very rarely do you ever hear about Dad. Because Dad was trying to go out making a living for the house while Mom was taking care of the house. That's why Mom was always the focus of everything. So, how many mothers do we have here this morning? Now don't forget, if you're leaving, if you're not going to stay for fellowship, please see, I think it's Skyla for a gift in the back. Skyla's got a gift for all the mothers and mothers-to-be, and if you think you're going to be a mother. So please, don't leave without the gifts, and that's just, those gifts have been put together, like I said earlier, by my mother, which is my wife. So I really hope you all enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of this day. Happy Mother's Day. God bless you all.